Hi, my name is Gudrun from GE Designs. Welcome to my live quilting chat, Tipsy Tuesday. Hey everybody, welcome to the show and thank you all for tuning in. I know this is a busy time of year, so we really appreciate it. Whether you're on YouTube or Facebook, say hi in the comments, introduce yourselves, and of course if you're new around here, make sure you like our pages and subscribe so you don't miss a show. It's always fun, and there's always a chance for a little winnings. We have a giveaway. Every show we give you a giveaway question at the end of the show, so you want to stick around so you can answer the question. But we also have a live giveaway every show, so just from commenting and participating, interacting with us, you get entered into a giveaway for a $25 gift card in our store. So yay, thumbs up and hearts throughout, always appreciated. And of course, if you hit that share button, it just helps spread the word on our fabulous show. We of course have a wonderful show for you tonight. We have the 4th free tutorial Advent project number 4. So I am really excited about this one and can't wait to show it to you. Also have some great new fabrics in the store, and I have a little fun Icelandic tradition to share with you a little later on. But say hi to Mr. HP. He is without a camera and without a microphone, so you're gonna have to yell. Let's show him our shirts. You can start with yours. We're festive today because it's almost Christmas.
Too late
yes.
to be good.
Is it too late to be good? Show your face, maybe.
Hi, everybody. Everything
And
is all jacked up and backwards. It's different from Studio B. Sorry.
It is. My shirt says, lit as a Christmas tree. Yes, I don't need any libations in me to be lit. So I've been lit all day here in the warehouse. We're so happy to be in the warehouse. It's so much fun. And of course, I'm running around and giving everybody extra projects, which is just great. I hope everybody else appreciates that. Let's start with our giveaway from last week. Our last week's show giveaway question was, what's your favorite ice cream flavor? And so our winner from last week is, who is it? Oh, Karen Goddard. Karen, her favorite ice cream flavor is black cherry ice cream. Can't say I've never tried that. Can't say I've tried it. I have never tried it. Have you tried black cherry? He hasn't either. So good for you. Karen, just send us an email to help@GEquiltDesigns to claim your gift card, and we'll get it to you digitally right away. So I have a few things to talk about before we dive into our Advent project today. First off, a little housekeeping, and that is regarding our loyalty program. If you didn't know about this, we launched our loyalty program earlier. Was it last month or this month? I don't know. No, it must have been last month because we had a lot going on this month already. So we launched it, and so you get it's 5% back from every purchase. So you earn points, you earn GEasy points, and then you can redeem those points for a coupon for dollars off your order. So we've had a few questions on people having trouble utilizing those coupons, but I just wanted to mention this and have it really clear. It's not a gift card. It is a coupon for, depending on, you can redeem it for $5, $10, $20, up to $100, depending how many points you want to collect. But one thing that you cannot use it with is if there's any other discount code, because you have to enter the code. So it's like a coupon code, and our system will only honor one code. So we have one automatic discount on our website, which is for our 1 yards. That's our quantity discount. So if you are ever ordering 5 or more 1 yards and then something else and wanted to use your coupon, it will not work. So what we recommend, if you did want to order it all in one order your things that are not the discount code not the 1 yards, and then use your coupon there, place another order with your 1 yards, and then just send us a message to combine them. We will combine them, refund you the additional shipping, and send it to you the most economic way. No worries. So just know that you cannot, if you're getting a quantity discount on your 1 yards, you cannot use your rewards coupons for that. You can use it on sale items because those, though, the prices are already down. So you can use those on sale items. It's just if there is a coupon code involved, it will not work. Is that clear? Any questions on that? Good, good. So no worries if you want us to join a couple of orders. If you wanted to order some 1 yards and get the discount there too, you totally can. All right. I think it was just a misunderstanding, and we needed just this explanation how our automatic quantity discounts work, because the 1 yards don't get discounted until there's more than five or more in your cart. So then you'll see the discount kick in, and that discount overrides everything else, all coupons, all their coupons. All right, cool. And you want to get both. You want to get both. All right. So if there's no other questions on that, let's move on. I got a really great surprise when I got here back into my office. Sitting in my office was a gift from one of our viewers, Susan, and she shared this wonderful book written by her daughter, and it is called The Christmas Book Flood. And this is based on an Icelandic tradition, and one that I've been asked a lot about. It is about the Christmas book flood, if that's a real thing. So it really is. So what the tradition is, and it's really actually explained really well in the back of this book. So check it out. It's beautifully illustrated as well. But what it is, there's a tradition to give books for Christmas. So I always try and give my kids a book or something that they enjoy. But it's really common for books to be given as Christmas gifts because most books in Iceland were published kind of in October, November. So we always waited for all the new books to come out to kind of figure out which ones you wanted to put on your wish list. I always got a book, even up until my grandma passed away. I always got a book, one Icelandic book every year. And then the tradition is you open presents on Christmas Eve and then spend the rest of the evening and Christmas Day behind, with your face in a book. So I would read until early morning, Christmas morning, and then keep reading until I was done with my book. I'm usually that way. If I get into a book, I cannot stop. And then alongside that, we have a little chocolate. So books and chocolate. So that's what the Christmas book flood is about. But it's wonderful that it's documented the tradition and made this little cute little kids book from it. And this one, I can see it's available in the Excelsior, if you're local, Excelsior bookstore. There's a beautiful little bookstore in Excelsior, so check it out if you're around. And thank you so much for sharing that with me, Susan. I really, really appreciate it. Can't wait to share this with Johan. So speaking of Icelandic traditions, this is also something, if you've been following us for a while, I've talked about many times before, and that is, and now of course if you did Christmas in Europe, you learned a little bit about this as well, our Icelandic jólalads, or Santa, we call them Santas too. So there's 13 of them, and I figured it would be kind of fun. So 13 days before Christmas, they start coming to town from the mountains, one at a time. So Icelandic kids put their shoe in the window on December 11th. So Johan put his boot in the window on Sunday. And so the first gift, if he was good, came on Monday morning, and then the second one from the second jólalad was this morning. But I thought it would be kind of fun, and this is a post, if you might have caught our post on Instagram or Facebook, about, I thought it would be fun to imagine if there was if the jólalads were all quilting jólalads. And so what would they give? I wanted to imagine that they would gift quilters something every day. So I am going to post a gift idea of a quilting item that I can't live without, so for the 13 days. So let's hope that maybe the 13 quilting Eula lads can influence the American Santa, maybe, for you guys. So first, of course, the first Eula lad was, we call him Icelandic, it's Stekkjastur. In English, it's translated to sheep cut clod. And here's the interesting thing. So I wanted to show you this image because when I was growing up, the only visualization of the Eula lads in books was the black and white illustration on the bottom left. This is the only image we had in our heads, and then of course we saw them in real life. Of course. All the other ones, there have been so many books written and illustrations done electronically about the Eula lads, especially now they have multiple books in English on them and all these things. But I just wanted to show you, this was our images growing up. They were black and white images like that. So sheep cut clod, they all have their little characteristics. They're a little mischievous. I have figurines, and this is him. So he would sneak into the sheep shed, and he had a stiff leg. So he was sometimes really a translation directly from Icelandic to English would be gimpy, pretty much, or stiff leg. But he would sneak in and try and drink from the sheep, the udders of the sheep, the sheep milk.
Thank you, everybody, for blessing me.
I love it. I was busy, but bless you.
Yeah.
So this is the guy, and so the first, did we show the first one? The first, what he was going to bring is, of course, the stripology ruler. Did we show that already?
Nope.
Yeah. So, of course, every quilter needs a stripology ruler. So that would be the first gift that I would wish for as a quilter.
I don't have a picture for the other one.
It's right next to this one. It's with the it's right next to it. I can see it on the board. No? So next to the stripology ruler, that one. Yeah. So second one, which would have come this morning, one thing that I think is awesome and couldn't live without, of course, and this guy is called Giljagur. And this guy would sneak down into the valley and into the cow shed and just eat the froth of open up the big tub of milk and just eat the froth off the top. And so that would be my wish, that he would bring Bundle Club, Goodies Bundle Club. Yeah, that would be a great gift that would keep on giving every 3 months. And guess what? We will be starting prep on our second shipment of the Bundle Club real soon. The fabrics are on their way. We're excited. So then for tomorrow, so guess who's coming tonight? So the third Eula lad is coming tonight, and his name is Stubby. Or Shorty. He's the short one. So a lot of kids have their favorites. This was my second favorite, just because I could relate. I was always really tiny. So Stubby was my second favorite. But we're going to continue this and do 13 different quilting gifts from the quilting Eula lads. I thought that would be kind of fun too. So watch out for all those little suggestions, or they're my wishes for the 13 guys, from the 13 guys. All right, so let's move on to our main event, our Advent project. Of course, if you're watching us for the first time or catching us for the first time, this is something, we're doing this for the third year in a row. We give you a free tutorial on a fun, quick project that is great to do for little gifts, occasional gifts, something to work on during this holiday period, which can be sometimes pretty lonely for some folks. So it's really great to have something quick and easy to work on that gives you instant satisfaction. So the first Advent project was our bowl cozies to use for the microwave. We made the small ones, and then of course you can get the big ones, big battings to make a bigger one, and those are on the way. We're getting them back in stock finally. And then our second project was called the window zip, which is a zipper bag meant to hold your clips. Of course it can hold anything, but it was meant to hold your clips. So that is available, free pattern and tutorial. And then last week, our third advent, we did our cute little pot holders. So the pot holders, really fast and easy, and don't, even though they look intimidating, I wanted to show you these. This was my practice one. So you don't have to make Christmas fabrics. I made these out of these fabrics that we have in the store. Super cute. So kind of cooking fabrics. So adorable. So they can, you can be making them in masses. All right. So now it's down to our fourth and last Advent project. Keep sharing all your other ones, but are you ready for our last one? It's a great one. So we're going to play the tutorial. There is a free pattern as well that will be available at the end of the tutorial on our website. Just go to free patterns and it'll be there. Put it in your cart, go through the checkout, and it'll all be there. So if you're ready for it, let's check out what our fourth Advent project looks like. Welcome to our fourth Advent Project 2022. It's time to get into our box and find that last surprise in here and see what we will be making for our fourth Advent project. Here it is. Let's see what we have going on today, December 13th. You see, oh, we have some interfacing and some fabric and some ribbon. Ooh, pretty Christmas fabric, but there's another surprise. Oh, fun. This is a little wine bottle holder. Love it. What are we making? So for our gift bag, we're going to need some interfacing, and we're using DuraFuse, which is fusible on one side. You're going to need two different fabrics, the outer fabric for the bag and then the inner fabric. So fat quarter of each, and then you're going to need either a ribbon, or you can of course cut a strip from the fabric and create, this is going to be for the handle, so you can create your handles too by just doing a bias strip and stitch it down for the handle. But let's get started. So this is one of those projects that is adjustable size, and I love that. But because I wanted it to look kind of like those gift bags that we buy in the store that actually are quite expensive, I wanted the outer part to be stiff enough to stand up on its own. So first off, you want to choose which fabric is going to be for the outer part of the bag, and that's the part we're going to attach the interfacing to. So in this case, I'm going to use my pine cone fabric for the outer part of the bag. So I'm going to take a piece of the interfacing big enough to cover the inside of this fat quarter and fuse that on, and then we're going to cut our bag pieces out. So for the bag, in the pattern, it shows you to cut your fat quarter down to a 14-inch from top to bottom by 20.5. So this can be adjusted. If you want a taller bag, you can cut up to 16, 18. If you want a shorter bag, you can cut it anywhere down to 9 inches. For example, you could do 9 inches and do 2 small bags out of the fat quarter. But in this one, I'm going to make a 14-inch tall bag. That is not counting what goes into the bottom of it. And then I just have to cut the 20. So I've already cut the 14. Just need to cut the 20.5. And I just want to show you how I do that with the XL Stripology XL ruler. So I fold my piece in half, aligning the cut edges here on the top. And then I just want to take my ruler and use any horizontal line on the bottom to align with the bottom fold. So I'm using this 1-inch line here to align with my bottom fold. And now I'm just going to make a cut to clean off the edges on the 0. Cutting through the 0. I'm going to move this over a little bit so you can see it better. So I removed my piece that I trimmed off, and now I'm going to align my ruler. You can see these dotted lines to the left of the 0 slit. The second line is going to be my 1/2 inch line. So I'm again using a horizontal line for the bottom, and then the cut edge I'm going to align with that second dotted line, the one that runs right through the circular numbers. So that is going to be at 1/2. So now all I have to do is cut through my 20, and I know I have a 20.5. So there's my 20.5 piece for the lining of the bag. And no matter what size you want to make your bag, the process is going to be pretty much the same for the inner piece and then the outer piece. Now here I have my outer piece cut out. I added the interfacing to the back, so this one is going to be quite a bit stiffer. So the first thing we want to do is fold these pieces in half, and we're going to sew along the side and the bottom, just those 2 seams. With the outer piece of the fabric, the one that has the interfacing, we want to go both ways all the way. For the one that's being used for the lining, I want to start sewing, and then I want to leave an opening for turning. So I'm going to just mark this with pins, just set as a reminder for me. Then I'm going to leave this part open so I can turn the whole bag through the hole. So I'm going to start stitching up here, back stitch here, and then start again here, go down and all the way across. I want to do that for both pieces and then move on to the next step. So now we have both pieces, and now we gotta box the bottom of both the bags. So again, this can be adjusted to whatever you want, how wide you want the bottom to be. I'm gonna do these at a 1.5 inch, but you can go less and go do 1 inch, or you can do more up to 2 inches. So what you wanna do, obviously where you have seams on both sides, I actually like to clip my little corner at an angle. It'll just make everything fit better. So on this one, we just want to go into the corner and then fold it together. I make the seams go opposite directions, and then you can really nest them together like this. And here's where we do our measurement. So fold the corner so it's now at a pointed angle. You can feel the bottom, that the seams are nested on this side. And then we're going to measure from the tip and up the seam. So what we want to do when we are measuring is make sure that we have a line, a vertical line on the seam. And then I'm going to go to my 1.5 inch mark. The 1.5 inch mark is going to be right at the tip of where the seams meet. And then this line is on the seam, so now I know I have a perfect perpendicular angle here. So I'm just going to draw a seam line here and secure it just by clips to hold it in place for me to sew it. So I'm going to do the other side. Now on this side I don't have a seam to line it up against, but I'm going to make a little crease here. So I want to make sure that when I fold this back and pull out the corner, that the seam is going to land right on the bottom seam here. So making sure that this seam is also following the same angle as the other one. And so we are perpendicular right here. Folding this out, measuring from the corner 1.5 inches. And I can draw my line. We're going to do that also with the outer piece of the bag. And it's going to be a little bit stiffer with interfacing, but it actually really holds it placed nicely. So let me go ahead and do that. folding it out, making sure you pull all those seams out, falling in opposite directions so you can nest them. And then we can measure from the corner 1.5 inches and draw our line. This is going to be our stitch line. There we go. And then on the other side, I'm going to have to rely on just the crease again. Make sure you pull this all the way out. And I want my seam to go this way. And making sure it folds with that crease line. So I can get a right angle on my box bottom. Sometimes a little bit harder to get that interfacing to behave, but once you do, it actually molds so nicely. So here we go. Find my spot. So now I'm going to go to my sewing machine and I'm going to stitch right along all of those drawn lines and then come back and finish assembling the bag. So now we're going to just trim the seam allowance to 1/4 inch on both parts of the bag. The lining is going to stay this way for now, but we are going to turn the outer part of the bag right side out. So I'm just going to push this through and really push my corners out. And you can see what I was talking about, the bag having that box shape, just like the paper bags we buy, so that it can stand up and have a nice sharp shape there. Now, we are also going to tuck this inside the lining piece. So I like to have the seams on the same side just so I know that they are going to be aligned perfectly. So I just tuck this inside. So the one thing I want to align is the two seams. So just make note of where the seam falls here in this seam. Make sure it falls the same way. Same thing on the inside. And then you want to make sure that these get clipped and don't move. So then you can know that the rest of them are going to get aligned correctly. So you can now clip the other side. But before we do any more, we want to insert the handles. So I'm going to use this ribbon, but you can, of course, like I said, use anything you want. Just going to cut this apart, and these could be long, it could be short. I wanted these just pretty short. So however you want them, you want to make sure if you hold this straight to bring the ends in like this so that you have a nice handle so you don't twist it. And in my opinion, I would say about 3 inches apart, 2.5 to 3 inches apart. So I like to just lay this on my mat because I know that this is 10 inches across here. So I know my 5-inch mark on my mat is the center. I can mark my center and then I can go from there. So if I want them to be 3 inches apart, I can go 1.5 inches from here and mark my 1.5 inches here, 1.5 inches here, and I can just do that on the other side too. This is just the fastest and easiest way to do this. So 1.5 inches, we are going to put it here and we're going to put it here. So now I can just take my handles and tuck them in here right where I want them to be, and either clip or pin these in place. So there, and I just want to make sure I don't twist my handle. So it should go like that. Tuck it in so it doesn't get caught in the seam. And so that's all we do on both sides. So now our last part of the puzzle is we're going to sew along the whole outside edge, securing those handles inside our seam. So now we've sewn all the way around. And last step is turning our bag. So we're going to find our opening that we left in our lining. Should be here on the side. Find our opening, and we're going to pull the whole bag through our opening. So we'll find our outer piece, actually, and pull that all the way through. And there we are, and all we do is tuck our lining right back inside and then push the corners together. And your lining is going to be just a slightly smaller because I like to leave a little edge at the top. You could fold that down if you wanted to and have it all the way folded down. I feel like it adds a little decorative edge to have that on the outside there. But before we finish this off, all we have to do is patch that hole in the lining. So what I do, making it easy, I just make sure that the raw edges get folded in like this, maybe bring the iron on it, and then I just want to top stitch right along here to close that. I tuck it back in, and if you want to, is completely optional. You can, if you don't want to do the work of sewing it, just press the edge. You want to press the edge to make it nice and sharp along the top edge of the bag. But of course, if you wanted to secure it in place, which would be great because this is going to be a reusable gift bag, you can go ahead and top stitch right along that edge to secure it, and then you have your gift bag ready to go, filling it with whatever gifts. I hope you enjoyed making the GEasy gift bag. A reusable gift bag is always going to be used over and over, and such a pleasure to receive one of these. So this is my 14-inch one that I cut at 14-inch height. If you want a little taller one, here's an example of a 16. And then if you wanted to make 2 out of a fat quarter, here's a little one cut at 9. So they are so cute and just perfect for any kind of gift. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Well, weren't they cute? I hope that everybody now is going to be making their gift bags for all their gifts, because they go pretty fast. And you can totally assembly line them, and they go extra fast. I wanted something that looked like those paper bags, those really expensive ones, so you could really make them stand upright, and the interfacing does that magic. So a lot of questions on the interfacing. It's called DuraFuse. It's the same interfacing we used for the window zip. So we have it in the store. It's sold at 60 by 1 yard. So we sell it in 1 yard increments. So it's a lot, but it's great product. It's fusible, so you just fuse it on the outer fabric, just like you fused it on the outer fabric of the window zip bag. So let me show you. We've been busy making a few of these. So you can use, of course, any iron-on interfacing. I'm sure other products are going to be similar. I just wanted the Durafuse because it's pretty stiff. But any iron-on interfacing will work. I do stitch the open and close. I talked about it in the end, but I do stitch the open and close. I'm going to give you some tips on that, extra tips. So I wanted to show you the different sizes. So those that I showed you in the video, here's the 9-inch. So I cut it at 9-inch. So you can totally adjust the size of this. So this is the 9-inch with the same box as 1.5-inch box. And then this is the largest one, the 16, and this is the 14. So then what I didn't show you in the video, and it's easier to show this just in the overhead, is I like to press it to get the creases so it can fold just like those bags you get in the store. Because then you have that really nice, it stands up really nicely and has the creases. So it's easy to do that. On one side, obviously you can just center, you use the seam as your center, and then because you centered your handles, you can easily find the center on this side as well. This is a fabric handle, yeah. So you can use ribbon. This was just a 1.5-inch strip, and you just turn the edges under and then in half and stitch it. So great to use little scraps, those little remnants. You can use some of your salvages, just all kinds of things. Here, these are a little bit wider. Then let me show you what we've been busy doing. So we made, from our new Halloween bundle, we made some Halloween bags. How cute is that for to prep for Halloween? No, Halloween. Valentine's Day. What am I talking about? This doesn't look like Halloween. This is Valentine's Day. So I'm going to put it on the table so we can see them all up close too. Then, of course, we have, here we have an Easter one. Let me hold it in the front camera first. So a little Easter one, and check this out. So you could piece the outer fabric any which way you want before fusing it, putting interfacing on. So we just did a little strip here. So this is from our new Easter bundle. So cute. So that'd be a fun little Easter egg hunt bag, and it has a little more body than just a fabric bag. Then we took two remnant fabrics, so a little Christmas one we made, reverse the colors. Love those. And then I wanted to see how big of a bag we could get out of a half yard. So not just a fat quarter width, but a half yard. So the biggest bag you can get out of a half yard, check this out. It's a full-on beer bag. So we use the whole half yard, so pretty much 18 inches and then 40 or 42 or whatever. So you need same amount of for the inside lining and the outside fabric. We did a box that was 4-inch. So a 4-inch box bottom makes this bottom pretty wide, so about 8 inches bottom. And so this bag fits a whole 12-pack beer for sure. It's a great, larger totem for a larger gift. I also thought you could do a little bit smaller box, and then your bag will be a little wider. So then it'd be great if you're gifting a quilt, to fold the quilt, and it will fit perfectly in. So just 2 half yards and interfacing. The handles on this one, put them a little bit further apart. So this is made from a 4-inch strip, these handles. But isn't this great? So check out in the overhead all of our gift bags, and we'll be making more for sure. So I could even see smaller than these. They'd be really cute for little small things. But I wanted to show you inside the bag. So on the big one, so depending on the size, I showed you in the video, I left the opening on the side, and then I just top stitched it closed. And then on some of the shorter ones, I put it in the bottom. So let me show you in the bottom of this one. So I'll just pull this out. So I left the opening in the bottom. So then you turn it through the bottom opening. But then when you top stitch it, you just top stitch all the way across the bottom. because then it kind of looks like it was intentional to have a little top stitch instead of it's just a piece of it. So that's a little extra tip there for you. But yeah, I just top stitch it. Of course, if you want it to look super pretty, you could hand stitch it with a blind stitch, but we don't got time like that, do we? But I think these are fabulous for all kinds of things. Of course, you could use both ribbon. You can use strapping for the handles, all kinds of stuff. Just get creative, and I cannot wait to see all your gift bags for any occasion. So they're not instructions, but just like I talked about in the video, we talked about the width of a fat quarter, and then I made mine 14 in the video. The larger ones, I made them 16, and then the short one, they're all still 20 and a half, and the short one is 9. So you can just play with those sizes. The big one is the same idea, just wider. So we're talking about 40 inches, and then all the method is the same, 40 inches by 18. So just play with it. It's the same method. You just, you don't really need instructions, really. You really don't. All right, so this was our 4th and unfortunately final Advent project this year. I hope all of you that ordered the Advent box, I know we sold out of it, but those of you that received the Advent box, I hope you enjoyed that one, especially the little gifts that we had in there. You saw that little wine koozie, so it's like a koozie, so it's insulated. Those we had a few extras, so you might see that listed on the website, a few extras, but it'll happen sometime today or tomorrow. So check that out. But I absolutely loved it. Believe me, we will have more Advent boxes next year if you enjoyed it. I saw some comments that you really enjoyed having everything you needed for the project. It didn't include thread in there because I felt like most of you have a variety of threads. So yeah, please do the Advent box again next year. Loved it and want to do it again. Yes, we will definitely do it again. I thought it was fun. And I hope some of you were able to hold back and wait to open the bags before each tutorial went live. So love the surprises. Okay, great. So they're all pretty unique. So we will definitely be doing more. So if you're wondering what these extra bags were made with, here's some of the fabrics we can show you. So the beer fabric, of course, is available in 1 yards. The plaids, and then we just use some beautiful accents. And of course, if you have Color Club, if you're Color Club subscribers, the last 2 Color Clubs are red and green, so they're perfect Christmas colors to use. So I just know that you're gonna go nuts making bags. And all of those fabrics that you bought, you didn't know why, these are great to make a bag for. We have birthday fabric too. I actually need to make a birthday bag because we have birthday fabric, cupcake fabric, all that stuff. So I love that. And then this is an extra gift for the recipient because they can pay it forward and gift to somebody else, or keep them, or keep them. Someone probably going to want to keep them. All right, any more questions on the Advent? I wanted to point out, if you were looking for any of the tools or the materials needed, everything is listed in the blog post. So we have a blog post that goes with each Advent project. Go check that out. It has a list of all the tools that I like to use with it. Has the fabric. A lot of people asked about the fabric. This is Alpine Ski, our bundle Alpine Ski. So these fabrics are from that bundle. So if you wanted to grab that, the bundles work great because that's, a 1/2 yard. So you can make a variety of sizes, mix and match the fabrics. Just wonderful, wonderful fun. And then we have, of course, the Durafuse available. So those are the only things pretty much that you need for the bag. All right, the wine bottle sleeve, that was a gift in the Advent box. But like I said, we had a few extras, so we will be listing the extras. We unfortunately just pre-ordered those for the boxes. So next year, make sure you get a box. All right? Okay, what's next on our list? Oh, Color Club reveal. Yay, we have Color Club to reveal. Who's been waiting for that? Our Color Club is our subscription program that we ship out 5 1/2 yards of a certain color story every month. And I know a lot of you just love getting those. They're so usable. They're meant to kind of go into your collection and work with anything and everything. And I think you're really going to love this one if you don't already. So we have our month of December 2022 ready. So let's check out Color Club for December. What is in the bag? Do we have a drum roll or something? Well, here it is. Ooh, yeah, Silver Bells is our Color Club of this month. So this was the inspiration. Beautiful silver bells. A little history on the silver bells, the song, the popular song, of course, this came into my head when I was thinking about inspiration. Yeah, you're gonna sing that.
Silver bells, it's Christmas time in the city.
Yes. So this collection of fabrics is, of course, meant to kind of add a little lightness and glitter and glimmer to just like the bells do for the holiday season. A little joy and celebration, and that's what this color really represents. Neutrality is what the light gray color stands for. It's a neutral, so it's a background. It goes with everything. And so I love that because the neutrality makes a connection with all of us and everything. So it connects us all. So let's look at the fabrics in here. I'm going to start with this one. And this is a beautiful, beautiful pin dot from Kaufman. And I don't normally use pin dots because they're usually very regular, but this one has irregularity, and that's one of the things I love about it. So all the colors, it's a very soft, light gray, but with a silver undertone. So grays, I've talked about this many times. I talk about it in my lectures and classes. Gray is a great, great neutral color. There's way more shade. There's so many shades of gray, way more than 50 shades of gray, of course. Ha ha ha. So that you can go any direction with the gray. So here we have a beautiful solidish. This is a timeless treasure. It's called Miss the Color, but I love that we have a variety. Love the texture, a little bit larger texture. Then our third color is called Chroma. And this is a Northcott, a newer Northcott print. So very irregular, but still has a lot of different hues of those light grays. Would work, give you a lot of kind of movement in your background. Our fourth one is called Shimmer. I had to have a little shimmer with the silver bells. So just a really light silver metallic in here. It's so light. I don't even know if the camera can catch it, but it's so light, but I love that. It just adds a little sparkle to that fabric. And then we have Fusions. So this is also a Northcott. Fusions Silver is a Kaufman, another Kaufman, but just a wonderful little small leaf print with those hues of grays in there. So we have all of these colors, of course, in 1 yards available. So because these are the ones that you're going to use a lot. These are perfect backgrounds. I love this for a background. So the gray color just represents that stability. It brings everything together. Everything shines against that light gray. It brings calm and simplicity to a quilt. But also this tone versus a cream or a tan or a beige, off-white brings a little bit of modern feel to it. So just love this. But on top of 1 yards for this Color Club selection, we decided that we needed to cut them all into 3 yards as well. So all of them are available in 3 yards as well because they are perfect for backgrounds. So for this Color Club month, I decided not to pull bundles because this would pretty much work with any bundle. And so available in 1s and 3s, and I have a 6th color. Yes, I ordered a 6th color. It's not in the bundle, but I couldn't decide, so we carry this one in the store. This is Woodland Frost, a beautiful frosty one as well, with a little bluish undertone in the specs. This is a Wilmington print, so I can't wait to use these, all of them, in quilts going forward. So what do you think of our December Color Club? Our Silver Bells.
Silver bell.
Yes, Silver Bells.
Ring-a-ling.
Love it. Okay, love the grays. They're gonna get used for sure. That's great. I always like to hear that. We want you to utilize these. They're supposed to become your palette, just like a painter goes for all the different, has to have all the colors, you know, of the rainbow in their palette. Color Club is our palette of paints. All right, moving on. I have another fun surprise. So this was, of course, our reveal. I have another fun surprise, something that some of you have been asking for. Yes, so remember last year, or it was this year, earlier this year, for Mother's Day, I created some perfect pairing gift boxes. And many of you were asking for me to put some together for the holidays. And I know we've been kind of busy. This wedding kind of delayed everything, but I have 3 beautiful perfect pairing boxes listed on the website. And if they don't last very long, we might add more. But let me show you the 3 perfect pairing boxes that we put together for you. So what are they? So they come in a beautiful box, and you open it up and you get some really great goodies. So what I do with those, can you show the overhead? So I take a collection and then I add some basics to it to create a 18-piece half yard selection. I pick a pattern that goes with it. This particular one is called the Winter, and it's for the Emma quilt. So this is just a suggestion. Of course, they're just half yards, so you can use it for anything. But and this particular perfect pairing gift boxes, we also have a charm pack and a second pattern, a pattern that I choose that would go well with that charm pack. So this is in there. You also get stickers and our Quilts and Cocktail recipe cards. Then you will have a note from me kind of explaining how I would use this and how I picked it. So it's a really great gift for somebody. When we did those Mother's Day boxes, they kind of disappeared really fast. I know a lot of you were just getting them for yourself, so that's okay. But these are a great price. For all this is only $99.95, but it's almost $170 value. So this is our one. Let's show the other ones. We have, so this was the Winter one, which is up there now. So really great boxes. Then we have a rainbow one for a Trinity quilt. Beautiful, beautiful. And that is for the Trinity quilt. And then the Little Diana table runner and the Adorn from Ruby Star charm pack. And then we have something for the traditional quilter, a little bit traditional. That includes beautiful traditional blues and indigos and caramel browns to make a Nina pattern. And you can make up to a full-size quilt with this pack. And then it includes the Kawa charm pack and the little Roxy pattern for a table runner. So I hope you enjoyed these. If you have a quilter that you wanted to send a special gift, you can just include in the notes. If you wanted us to write also, we will include a little card to put in there if you wanted to gift it, because you can purchase it and just have the shipping address be somewhere else. We can ship them directly to your recipient. Of course, if it's just for you, just let us know that you don't need a card, or maybe you want a card if you want to put this under your Christmas tree. Totally cool, but just make sure if you're purchasing this for someone else and you want to ship it, to purchase it individually, not with something else, so that we make sure that it goes to the right place. So we just want to make sure of that. So any questions on these? I think they're awesome. I think it was really fun for me to put these together. So literally when I got here, pretty much started running around and getting ideas on what I could put together. So that was it. That was it. All right, so let's take a look at some other new fabric stuff in the store. First off, I gotta mention this. I always try to, if I have really unique fabrics, I purchase them to include in our 1 yard selection. And this one was something that very unique, not always found, and that is a softball fabric. So softball words, and especially for girls. I love the color. Has wordings like dirt and bling is a softball thing. Yes, I throw like a girl. Want a lesson? Never let the fear of striking out keep you from playing the game. All kinds of fun, encouraging words. And of course, I love the gold and the black. And then kind of that typography is always, I'm always a sucker for that. So that is available in our 1 yards. Something for the girls softball player. And in a similar colorway, we have a new bundle that is a small bundle, just an 8-piece. Because it is one of those that's very versatile and can kind of be used as neutrals. It's called Falcon Ridge, and it is from Northcott. And so lots of just great textures, really modern prints that you can mix with other things. So this is kind of the main print that I just loved, the colorway. So just neutrals with little specks of yellow, and then a kind of a lighter blue. And then there's all these different shades of gray in there, I'll tell you that. So this is one piece. Here we have another one, and they're all very geometric. This print comes in 2 colorways, but let's check this one out first here. So very kind of squared. I love this. It kind of reminds me of fields. If you're looking at a cornfield, or not necessarily cornfields, or those farming fields from an airplane, that's kind of what it reminds me of. And then we have that same print just in a lighter tone, same as this one. Another texture fabric in the medium gray. And then we have the darkest value, so not quite black, but this charcoal. And this print also comes in with those gold tones. Just the lighter gold tones in this one, and then we finish it off. The 8th print is just lovely with all these different hues of gold in it, light and dark in there. So this is Falcon Ridge, so very neutral, can be mixed with a lot of things. Actually, I'm going to show you another bundle here, another one from Northcott. It could totally be mixed with as well. But I did do a fabric pull, some of the hues that would work great with it. Of course, the Color Club fabrics that for this month, they all work great with this because it's that silvery gray in there. I also pulled a Spectrastatic Tar, just a little bit darker for here. Then we have the medium grays. I would do a canvas charcoal, almost a perfect mix. And then the Dash Flow and the Falcon has the darker ties and the lighter hues in there. For adding a little bit more dark, I would do the chalkboard texture in the black, and then the grunge black dress for the darkest hue. And for that gold color, the darker one would be, my choice would be Grunge Marigold. And if you wanted a little bling, we have a Bumbleberries Gold Metallic. So it's the perfect tone, a perfect color, and just adding a little bit of bling in there never hurts anybody. Sparkles should always be a part of everyday life, I think. So then again, since it's so neutral, you can add colors to this. You can add some teal. You could add green, red, really pop it. But I love transitional fabrics like that that could be used for so many different things. So Falcon Ridge, the designer is Andrew Denman, and something that I haven't seen. I thought it was really unique and cool. Cool fabric. All right, so the second line is also from Northcott. It is a favorite of many, many quilters. It is a Stonehenge, and now I don't have the actual name. It's a Stonehenge and it has a second name, but I don't have it right here. Maybe somebody will come running in and give it to me. But it's the textures of Stonehenge, so they're all kind of those granite textures. So this one is going to be kind of that gradient. And so again, this is another line that is pretty much a basic, can be pulled in with a lot of other Northcott fabrics, especially the Deborah Edwards different fabric lines. So like Soar, like Turtle Bay, things like that. So I love the little tan in here with a little bit of teal. So going into, so this starts off kind of bluish gray, and we're going some blue hues here. So I try to mix the textures, the scale, and then of course the color. So, and then here we have the darkest teal.
Stonehenge Surfaces.
Surfaces, thank you, Jake. Stonehenge Surfaces. I knew somebody was going to give it to me. Stonehenge, and then here we have the darkest, so a black with just a little bit of gray. Then we go into different hues of gray, bringing in the more of the taupe and the browns that are also throughout here. This is why it all connects so well together. And then again, medium grays, going into more taupey textures. And I love this one. This one has a totally different texture, almost a linear, so it almost acts like a stripe. And then beautiful light browns. This is a 12-piece collection. And then into a lighter brown, so almost like the beige colors and the taupes. And one more, and that's the lightest, so off-white into a beige. So a very subtle texture on this one. But as you can see all together, they all contrast each other because they have that variety. Of course, anything can be put with it. And as I mentioned before, the Falcon Ridge would work perfectly with this. It's just really fun to see how things can play together from different lines. But I did do a fabric pull with the Stonehenge because some of you just really love these textures, but you might want to not put them all together. You might want to break them up with something a little subtle, neutral. So I'm going to start here on the lightest end, spotted white. So again, I just tried to create the same color story as in the print. So just having a flow of a little more cream, speckled sweet cream, or the tossed triangles in the caramel. More darker taupes, the Deco Stitch Timberwolf, or the Grunge Maven Taupe, into the more taupey colors. We have some gray, Spectra Static in the tar, or the Bumbleberries in the mid-gray, has a little bit of those taupey gray tone to it. For the darkest hues, the Grunge Espresso. And then the black, I would go chalk and charcoal in the black, a pretty dark black color there. So then we go into the teals. The darkest I would do is a Grunge Admirable, so it's a very tealy dark blue. And then Deco Stitch in the Abyss, I love this color, deep, deep. And then a little bit lighter, Bumbleberries in the Ocean, has more green to it. And then we have a little bit more taupey, a little bit more teal, Bumbleberries Dark Seas. This one has more green in it. And also the Speckle and the Mallard. So a variety of hues to add to your Stonehenge, but of course Stonehenge, I would call it a neutral, can be brought in with anything else, especially some of the Northcott lines that have always been very popular. The Journey, the Sail Away, all of those. All goes great together. All right, any questions on the new fabrics or anything we talked about on the show? Throw them in the comments. I want to remind you that next week, Tipsy Tuesday, put that on your calendar, registration for Strabology Virtual Retreat 2023 goes live. So we'll be dedicating the show to retreat, showing you the retreat projects and all of that fun stuff. So any questions that popped up on the fabrics? Love, 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 love. Awesome fabric with Stonehenge. We love it too. So let's start with our live winner. Do you have who's been lucky enough to have their comment chosen by the random generator? All right, let's go. Let's go. Barb Cutler. Congratulations, Barb. $25 gift card is yours. So just send us an email to help@geequaldesigns.com and we'll get you that gift card. But here's your second chance to win another gift card, whether you're watching us live or later on. Put it in your answer in the comments and that automatically enters you for another card. How many handmade gifts do you give this year? This year. I want to know. Not many for me. I've been kind of busy. Kinda, sorta. So there's not going to be many, but a couple I got done. So just let us know and we'll randomly pick a winner on our next show, which is Tipsy Tuesday next week, December 20th. December 20th at 4 p.m. Central is next week. And then of course, I'll be live this Friday here from the warehouse, December 16th at 12 noon this coming Friday. Is that 16th or is that 15th? No, it's 16th. December is going too fast. I want to just slow it down. And for those of you that asked, yes, I still have wedding nails on. So I still have my purple nails. Do you want to show them? Purple nails with some gold bling on it. They're all different. Ooh. Yeah, they're going to have to come off next week, but love them, love them. All right, so this is it for us tonight. It's time to get home. So everybody, there's this massive storm going through our country. So I know it's really bad southwest of us already, Nebraska, and then the Dakotas. I think we're hopefully just skimming this one with some freezing rain, but it's starting already, so we're going to get home.
Where can we order the winter gift box for $99?
So it's not Google. Go to our website, in the search box, it's Perfect Pairing gift boxes. They are going to be under our kits. So our kits, then you can find Perfect Pairing winter gift box. All right, so it'll be those three. But maybe we can post a link to that.
Be safe, everyone.
Everybody be safe out there. Stay home, hunker down. We're going to get some fire going at home and maybe some Christmas music. And
Silver bells.
Hot toddy. Or maybe I'll just listen to him sing Silver Bells.
It's Christmas time with the goodies.
New lyrics on that one. Thanks, everybody, and I'll see you next Friday. Bye.